Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from 9 team. We will presentation about Kali Linux. First of all, we thanks to Allah Subhanahu wa Taala for giving us healthy and strength during this COVID condition. And let's start this presentation with basmalah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. And we also thank you for Mr. Listio for guidance and support. And thank you for Mr. Tirta for the time. My name is Muhammad Rhazes, Alhambra, Andalusia, Devino.
My name is Alfisyahrin Gusman.
My name is Aditya Farel Angkasa Armine.
Let me start this presentation.
Okay. My name is Alfisyahrin Gusman. Today, I will My name is Alfisyahrin Gusman. Today, I will explain about what is operating system. The operating system is software that can control the implementation of application program and act as intermediary between computer user and computer hardware. Operating system, or we can call OS, administer computer hardware and provide an environment for application program to run. So without the operating system, the computer user can run the program on their computer, except for booting program. Next slide, please. Okay. There is type of operating system. For the first, there is a batch operating system. In the batch operating system, similar jobs are grouped together into a batches with the help of some operator. And these batches are executed one by one. So there is responsibility of the operator to sort job with similar needs. Second, there is time-sharing operating system. In time-sharing operating system, each task is given some time to execute so that all the tasks work smoothly. Each user gets the time of CPU as they use a single system. These systems are also known as multitasking system. The task can be from a single user or different user also. The time that each task gets executed is called quantum. After this interval is over, operating system switch over to the next task. Third, there is distribute operating system. This type of operating system is a recent advancement in the world of computer technology and are being widely accepted all over the world, and that too with a great pace. Various autonomous interconnected computers communicate with each other using a shared communication network. Independent systems process their own memory and CPU. These are referred to as loosely coupled system or distributed system. Network operating system. This system runs on a server and provides the capability to manage data user, group, security, application, and other network functions. This type of operating system allows shared access of file, printer, security, application, and other network functions over a small private network. And last, there is real-time operating system. This type of OS serves a real-time system. The time interval required to process and respond to input is very small. This time interval is called response time. Real-time real-time systems are used when there are time requirements that are very strict, like missile system, air traffic control system, robots, and etc. So, what is Linux? Linux is a Unix-like open source and community-developed operating system for computer, server, mainframe, mobile device, and embedded device. It is supported on almost every major computer platform, including x89, ARM, and SPARC, making it one of the most widely supported operating systems.
Kali Linux. Kali Linux is an open source operating system that aims to penetration testing and security auditing. And Kali Linux is maintained and funded by Offensive Security. Kali Linux is packed with essential tools for information security attacks, pen testing, computer forensic, reverse engineering, and much more. Kali Linux, because Kali Linux is an open source operating system, the UI in Kali Linux is simple. All packaged with apps within the OS have been evaluated for suitability and effectiveness. But Kali Linux is just an operating system. But when someone uses it for hacking, it's considered as illegal and will be jailed. Next slide, please. The development of Kali Linux. Kali Linux project was begun in 2012 when Offensive Security decided that they want to replace their venerable Backtrack Linux project, which was manually maintained, with something that could become a genuine Debian derivative and complete with infrastructure improved packaging techniques. Kali Linux is based on years experience and knowledge of building a penetration testing operating system, which has spanned over multiple previous projects. During all this project lifetime, there's been only a few small developer teams. As a result, Kali has been years in the making and has come a long way. The first project was called WUPIX, which stood for White Hat Knopics, and the second project is WAX, or the longhand White Hat Slacks. There was a similar OS being produced at the same time using the experience gained from all of this, and Kali Linux came after Backtrack in 2012. Kali started off using Debian stable that developed by Mattia Haroni and Devon Cairns. Next slide, please. Architecture and components. Linux has 5 components. Kernel is the main brain of the operating system, which controls over everything in the system. And it consists of different modules connect direct to underlying hardware. So it doesn't require any separate information because it does all the access to the system. And there is 4 types of kernels. There is monolithic kernel, microkernels, exokernel, and hybrid kernel. And there is system libraries. It contains special functions that used to utilize and practically of the operating system and do not need code access right of kernel modules because this is responsible for all of the most functionality. And the third is system utilities. System utilities programs are responsible to do single and differentiated level tasks, whatever the application. Programs are that needing run at operating system that basically belong to the system utilities. And the fourth is hardware layer of the Linux OS belong of peripheral tendencies such as RAM, HDD, CPU, etc. The shell is an UI, or we can say user interface between the user and the kernels. The shell is existing in various types of OS, which are categorized into two types. There is command line and graphical shell. Next slide, please. Advantage and disadvantage. The first advantage of Kali Linux is it have a lot of penetration testing tools such as Nmap, or network map for information gathering, WP scan for WordPress security auditing tools, AirCrackNG that used for access Wi-Fi network security, and many more. And the second is Kali is a free operating system like Backtrack and other Linux operating system. And the third is Kali Linux is an operating system that distributed with its source code, so making it available for use, modification, and distribution with its original rights. And there is the disadvantage of Kali Linux. The first one is Kali is hard to use for people that doesn't understand coding or people that only use Windows or Mac OS because it's oriented toward penetration testing. The second is Kali is the most trained Linux, so you will need to find the wiki source of the Kali Linux. And the last disadvantage is you can destroy some of special setting of Kali because your own security. For example, you can make Kali Linux destroy itself after several try of valid login password. Because that, developer recommend you to use Kali Linux as a live session. Next slide, please.
Okay, this is a special Kali features. First is full customize of Kali ISOs. With the use meta package optimized, useful for a highly accessibility ISO, and optimized version of Kali Linux is easy to generate. Second, there is live USB boot. These features allow you to place Kali into USB device and boot without touch host operating system. And Kali undercover. These features you can use Kali Linux in public space without draw by using Kali undercover. And last, Kali Net Hunter. Discover multiple items such as ROM overlay for multiple devices. Conclusion from our team is Kali Linux not ideal for a layperson because Kali Linux being made for security or network expert or a hacker. We finished the presentation. If any mistake, please correct it. We hope our presentation will be better in the next time. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.